Upon first glance, my first guess was that the name Stomping Grounds was going to be some sort of dance-off pay-per-view or something like that. Also, the only reason I could think of for the logic in Stomping Grounds is Seth Rollins because of the curb stomp, but that's pretty much it. Don't get the rest of this. I'm honestly surprised the "These Boots Are Made for Walking" song was only the intro to this pay-per-view and not the official theme of the event, as it literally fits the theme. Just like when Jerry Lee Lewis's Great Balls of Fire song was the theme song to WWE Great Balls of Fire. The theme song should really fit with the pay-per-view theme.
Steals the win.
Poor attempt at a gun-cocking noise for Roman Reigns' Superman punch.
Here tonight.
Man, the Sins mixing in this opening promo sounds like it was edited by someone at his first day on the job. You can clearly tell that Roman's words were edited.
It should have been me.
We're still on the "it should have been me" nonsense. Like, seriously, give it a rest already. What's the point anymore?
They're fired up here tonight in Tacoma.
Except on the other side of the arena where there's literally nobody fired up for anything, given there's nobody there at all.
The only woman to beat Ronda Rousey.
Knock it off with that already. We get it. Becky Lynch is the only person to defeat Ronda Rousey. Not important or relevant anymore.
She and her boyfriend Seth Rollins.
This relationship between Becky and Seth Rollins is being shoved down our throats every single week, and it's annoying as fuck. I feel like snapping my fingers, honestly, but I won't.
On taking the man's second belt.
Second belt? Becky Lynch doesn't even own the SmackDown Women's title anymore. That's not a second belt.
And joining us at
Ringside.
Becky Lynch has been ignoring her.
How is that possible for Becky Lynch to be ignoring Lacey Evans when Lacey is in Becky's face week after week?
Into the corner.
Becky, what the hell do you think you're doing? The match only begun and she's already doing anything except wrestle. Did Lacey just say "sket her off"? Because I have no idea what the hell the word "sket" means at all. Anyone any ideas?
You're alluding to is serve the man.
I seriously don't know how that was supposed to be an effective move at all, considering Lacey wasn't exactly lifted high into the air from that. No joke, this goes on for quite some time. Lacey begs for mercy, Becky hangs onto Lacey's foot and does nothing, and so much time is wasted. 3 sins for the price of 1.
For this matchup.
What are we even doing right now?
Back elbow, and now the man. Looking to springboard. Lost your stick.
That was so hard to watch. I'm sorry. We are really not looking so good in the first 10 minutes of this pay-per-view event, are we? Hair pulling. The WWE Universe and their disrespectful "you can't wrestle" chants. Add the penalty. No matter who it's chanted to, at least those wrestlers sacrificed more in their career than those fans who couldn't wrestle if their life depended on it.
On our first championship.
That was impressive and cool to see. At least we have a good moment in this match.
Drew's got her in the disarmer.
That's clearly your average armbar, not Becky Lynch's disarmer. Not every armbar she does is her finishing move.
Buckle now, Evans. Look at this. Oh!
As impressive as that move is, Lacey Evans takes a long time just to connect the move, meaning Becky has a lot of time to simply roll out of the corner. Lacey asks Becky, "What are you going to do?" And the answer is obvious too. Becky is going to do more than Lacey ever could to gain the advantage at this moment in the match.
And Becky.
Lacey should have known better than to taunt and mess with Becky. Thus she gets her own claw shoved down her throat, and that was awesome.
Here comes Lacey.
Even if Becky didn't counter with her legs, what was Lacey's plan? To hit an elbow drop on the canvas? 2 consecutive pay-per-view matches where it's proven that Lacey Evans isn't really a big challenge nor a real threat to Becky's title reign. She taps out within seconds of being put in the disarmer just like at Money in the Bank, and yet we are still made to believe she's some sort of threat. Newsflash, we're not stupid.
Baron Corbin's personal locker room.
Baron Corbin has a personal locker room despite him not being someone in power. All he gets is the chance to name his guest referee for his Universal title match, and apparently that's worth getting a personal locker room of his own. Paul Heyman is only here to swerve people into thinking Brock Lesnar was here, although his reaction to being suddenly interviewed was hilarious.
Is the Universal Heavyweight Champion here tonight? And he is.
Is the greatest sinner in YouTube history who expanded the franchise to what it is today here to tear apart tonight's pay-per-view event? And he is.
Baron is a straight answer.
What, you don't want a gay answer? What's wrong with you?
Looks to end the fairy tale of Kofi Kingston.
If Kevin Owens wants to end the fairy tale of Kofi Kingston, then what the hell was he doing going after Big E and Xavier Woods? The invasion wasn't that bad sign. Who the hell said the invasion was bad? That was one of the best storylines in professional wrestling history back in the day. And so was that damn pay-per-view event too.
When Sammy is here.
We interrupt WWE Stomping Grounds to bring you Survivor Series 2009 when Shawn Michaels superkicked Triple H at the start of their match. I swear, Kevin Owens is doing this to make a bunch of other guys who do that same maneuver multiple times jealous, and I don't think it's working either. That's the Swanton Bomb, you moron! Remember the good old days when Sami Zayn's Blue Thunder Bomb was actually a finishing move? I miss those days. Although, I'll remove a few sins because this sudden outburst of moves made me believe Kevin and Sami were going to end this match early. Sami Zayn is in the wrong corner. How is Kevin Owens going to be able to tag you in when you're way the hell over there?
Or is it Kofi King?
Copyright infringement.
On high alert for the Beast.
It's at that moment where Sami should be careful around Kevin, given he just left Sami out completely in that shout. Really? After Biggie was previously attacked by a sudden super kick, how was he not more alert at the possibility of being attacked? Especially when he could clearly see Sami heading straight for him.
You got this. You got this.
No. Just no. If Xavier Woods had back problems lifting up Biggie the first time, how the hell was he fully recovered the second time? That's not how back problems work. Holy shit, the perfect timing of that kick. And that's when Sami Zayn was improvising too. I'm removing 3 sins for that perfectly timed catch. Loving this match very much. A match that nearly everyone passed off as a filler match with no real reason to watch it turns out to be one of the best matches of the night. Kevin is a dick to Xavier Woods, which sounded a lot more sexual than I intended it to, so wow.
I can't wait to be there in your corner to see you beat up.
Nikki Cross ends up jinxing everything with her excitement, which ultimately cost Alexa Bliss the championship. I think Alexa would have fared better if Nikki wasn't in her corner.
Name in the history books.
Haha, Ricochet failed.
Stomping Grounds is presented by...
Skip! Previously on WWE. I swear, this referee right here looks like he completely despises his job as a wrestling referee every time he holds up a championship. The fuck's his problem?
Ricochet have to do it. Oh.
Bald head slapping. Man, Samoa Joe is a dick tonight. Scratch that. Samoa Joe is always a dick. What am I talking about?
Relinquish the championship due to injury.
Samoa Joe clearly punched Ricochet in the chest, and yet Ricochet clutches his jaw, which didn't even get close to being hit. WWE logic strikes again.
Planting. Boom, Ricochet.
I'm gonna say, Ricochet really did a good job at making Samoa Joe look like a dominant wrestler. Hell, we did a better job at that than Rey Mysterio, and I say that with all due respect.
Remorseless, heartless.
Ricochet makes Samoa Joe look dominant. Michael Cole, on the other hand, just bores us by stating the obvious about Joe.
I think he's going to do absolutely anything it takes to retain here tonight.
You think?
Jazz it up. Boom.
Ricochet lifting his arm and obviously preparing himself to get hit by that kick made the moment a little bad.
Ricochet lands on his feet.
That was impressive and awesome to see. Gotta love the athleticism of Ricochet in this match, or any match he contests.
Top rope.
Okay, that was just awkward.
To the ear earlier on in the match.
Again, it just goes to show how much Ricochet makes Samoa Joe look like a real threat. Something everybody should consider when facing someone like him. Major props to Ricochet.
Out of the way, and a feet underneath him, and we got a new champion, Ricochet!
This deserves 5 sins off because of the epic way Ricochet countered the clothesline, connected the discount code breaker, and then won the United States title with the 630 splash. Stomping Grounds is indeed an awesome pay-per-view event. Such a great moment to behold right there. You can literally hear the NXT chants from around the world during this segment. Wait a minute, you mean to tell me that we're going from one match to the next during this pay-per-view instead of another 5-minute segment in between? About freaking time! I'm honestly surprised that Daniel Bryan isn't criticizing the fans for doing the yes chants when he clearly killed the yes movement over half a year ago.
Daniel Bryan may be the best in the world.
Somewhere backstage, Shane McMahon just got pissed off at Corey Graves for referring to anyone but Shane as the best in the world.
World-class grappler wrestled at the junior.
Who cares?
Spends his life trying to save the planet. Otis is trying to look like it.
Fat jokes. Go fuck yourself, Corey. That is very impressive to see Otis hoist Daniel Bryan up for a vertical suplex, and then, while keeping Daniel upside down, he hands him over to Tucker. That takes serious cooperation and teamwork.
As jokes. Look, boom!
That was also amazing to see. Heavy Machinery indeed is an impressive tag team on the SmackDown division.
With a belly to back rope.
I don't think Tucker realizes it.
How did Tucker not see Rowan tag himself in when he was literally looking in that direction the entire time? Never thought I'd hear a more entertaining crowd for Daniel Bryan and Rowan than this one in Tacoma. The epic creativity and the chants related to Daniel Bryan and Rowan made this match more entertaining than it already was. Drive a Prius is one of the best chants I've ever heard.
Oh, and Tucker...
Hard to tell if that counter was intentional or unintentional considering Tucker simply fell forward, but that was a funny moment, not gonna lie. Lots of sin removers in the last few matches. Quit your cheerleading, Corey. This match is great. Don't ruin it with your whining, please. That's my job to ruin it with my whining.
Bryan.
Go home, Daniel. You're drunk.
Oh, we went for the moonsault.
Perhaps Daniel Bryan should have moved the other way to get away from being hit with Tucker's moonsault, because one of Tucker's ankles hit Daniel in the back of the head, and we all know about Daniel's issues with concussions. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Alexa Bliss is a part of Monday Night Raw, and yet she is contesting for the SmackDown Women's Championship tonight. Screw the stupid wildcard rule. You might as well draft Alexa to SmackDown at this point. One of the Bayley buddies was too shy to wave around on stage and chickened out inside its hiding spot.
Shots right to the midsection.
The match begins, and Alexa Bliss makes the immediate mistake of yelling at the referee when he tells her to back off of Bayley. Damn it, Alexa! Screw it, here's 3 additional sins. Alexa's really gotta stop yelling "I know" to the referees. She stopped doing that for a while, and that got her to one of the longest Raw Women's title reigns ever. She brings that back tonight, and she loses this match.
Have you seen Bliss's career?
When Alexa Bliss has a stacked career of many championships and accomplishments, saying "have you seen Bliss's career" in an accusing way doesn't exactly work.
Bayley's got to take it easy on the face of the goddess.
No, she doesn't. Bayley was clearly tapping out right there, and yet somehow Alexa Bliss is not the new SmackDown Women's Champion.
Integrity matters. Character matters.
Something you neither have nor ever will, Byron.
Oh, but Byron doesn't like that because she's mean.
Alright, I was getting tired of their argument, but that sarcastic statement from Corey was funny as hell.
Absolutely maleficent.
Wait until October before you start promoting that movie, Corey. Also, no, Alexa Bliss may be hot and maybe a dominating female in the WWE, but she is not even close to Angelina Jolie. I'm just saying.
Fight, but the goddess was...
Yeah, that move was totally effective, and Bayley is now totally closer to losing her title from it. Totally. Alright, I'm saying that too much.
Oh, never shine away from disrespecting somebody else.
Oh, fuck off, Byron. Slapping your opponent in a way that helps you gain the advantage in a match is all part of the game. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that Nikki Cross was involved in this match too. That's what happens when someone's in a wrestler's corner but does nothing. Yikes, that was pretty brutal from Bayley. Gotta remove another sin for that. Now we're getting to the good parts, assuming there are any more.
Protect the goddess.
I'm actually amazed that Alexa was able to hit that, honestly. Well done, pulling out all the stops in this match. Shocked that Alexa Bliss then immediately blamed Nikki Cross for the loss after this.
The 24/7 championship is on the line.
Then why isn't R-Truth around? Why is it that the 24/7 championship is on the line everywhere except for pay-per-view events?
Royal Rumble winner.
Royal Rumble winner. I bet Michael Cole almost said Royal Wumbo. Probably studied Wumbology in the first grade like the rest of us did.
I'm going to hurt you.
Wrestler says he's going to hurt his opponent cliche. That's literally one of the biggest cliches in any wrestling feud. The words "I'm going to hurt you" is used way too much these days. Skip!
An unwinnable situation for Roman Reigns.
Literally nothing qualifies as an unwinnable situation for Roman Reigns anymore based on his entire career and even his life.
And here comes
Fuck you!
McIntyre
Pre-match assault.
driving McIntyre through a table.
Drew McIntyre was already starting to jump backwards out of the ring before Roman Reigns could even toss him out.
Coming!
Roman Reigns.
Out of all the dives Roman has done, that was one of the coolest, mainly because of the way Roman turned around in midair. Roman is wasting his time going after Shane McMahon. Here's to hoping this strategy doesn't backfire on him. And that strategy backfired.
Oh, and Roman could be hurt.
Roman was struck in midair by Drew McIntyre and then thrown into the steel stairs. But sure, let's assume that Roman got hurt instead of being realistic that he obviously got hurt. Judging by this camera angle, even if Drew didn't attack Roman in midair, Roman still would have missed Shane completely and not even come close to attacking him. Ouch! I honestly cringed in pain seeing Drew trying to rip apart Roman's face like that. You can literally do that to yourself and give a small tug. Tell me how much that hurts.
She needs to take a seat.
Renee Young somehow hasn't gotten fired for back-talking Shane McMahon, the way he gets easily triggered. Even if we could hardly see it, it was pretty obvious that Drew McIntyre prepared himself to be kicked and started to fall before Roman Reigns could even connect said kick. Did we seriously have to deal with this all night?
Superman punch.
Shane the perfect.
What the hell do you think you're doing, Roman? You've already Superman punched Shane off with the apron, so why are you continuing to go after him instead of Drew? Drew McIntyre thinks he's Edge. Another perfectly timed attack, just like with Sami Zayn and Xavier Woods from earlier, even if that one was a little better than this one. I'll still dock off another sin either way.
And now it's Shane.
Shane McMahon interfering to grab the referee was completely unnecessary considering the fact that Drew McIntyre kicked out of the spear anyway. Previously on Stomping Grounds.
Well, I think there's one word that you can use to describe Dolph Ziggler.
Crazy. Oh, wait, I already said that. Meh, doesn't matter. Dolph Ziggler's still here, still begging that it should have been him, so it stands.
But I took the coward's way out.
Well, Kofi Kingston kinda did take the coward's way out at Super Showdown by having Xavier Woods hit a cheap shot to allow him to win. So, yeah, valid argument by Dolph.
Kofi has never won a steel cage match.
Oh, great. Just by hearing Tom Phillips say that line, it's pretty obvious that Kofi Kingston is going to end up winning his first steel cage match tonight. Could have gone into this match without knowing that, Tom. Pancakes inside the freaking WWE Championship? Good lord, this is such an embarrassment. I'm sorry, but it just is. The New Day and the WWE Championship don't pancake mix. Okay, that was terrible, but so is this.
Again, there are no disqualifications.
Commentators constantly remind us of match rules we already heard from the damn ring announcer cliche.
What you gonna do?
For God's sake, get in each other's faces later. Beat the crap out of each other now. Much more entertaining that way.
Across the bow, letting Dolph Ziggler. Oh.
Dolph Ziggler actually believed this would work. My opponent's looking directly at me, and we haven't even fired one punch at each other. So this means I'm totally free to climb out the cage and win the match just like that. Flawless strategy!
I know Kofi into a pinning.
What the hell? Dolph's shoulders are still down, but the referee stops counting for no apparent reason. What was that?
Now using the cage.
Doing a slingshot toss into the cage is one of the worst strategies in a steel cage match. Mainly because your opponent can grab the cage and begin a quick ascent. Hell, that's how Shane McMahon defeated The Miz in a cage match a month ago. Steel cage match briefly turns into an awkward game of Ring Around the Rosie, except no one fell down.
Look what you made me do!
We interrupt WWE Stomping Grounds to bring you one of those creepy ghosts in The Conjuring. Watch the movie if you don't understand that reference. Also, how the hell is Kofi the one who made you slap him? He had nothing to do with it. It was your own damn doing, asshole.
Kofi Kingston.
Kofi Kingston is more than capable of climbing the cage faster than that. You can tell he's just waiting for Dolph to prevent him from doing so. At least make it look believable. This match is about 20 minutes long, but rest assured the main reason is because Kofi and Dolph spend more time laying down in the ring than they do anything else.
Almost.
Kofi Kingston completely forgot that there are no rope breaks in a steel cage match. Also, I was going to send Dolph for stating the obvious before remembering that the referees have the absolute worst memory in the wrestling business when it comes to match rules. So the sin goes for that sad fact.
Super kick.
Honestly, it would have been hilarious if Dolph superkicked Kofi, which caused Kofi to fall out of the cage to the floor and win that way. Good thing is, this match ends in the most creative way possible, but this was still a missed opportunity.
Kingston miraculously.
Sorry, but I gotta send Kofi Kingston for failing to sell the knee injury. He literally spent the last 6 minutes in either a knee bar or an ankle lock, and yet he's able to walk on that leg and put a lot of pressure on it without a single twitch in pain. This is like a Seth Rollins amount of poor selling an injury. Kofi better be careful that he doesn't accidentally rip Dolph's pants and expose his butt to the crowd. Wouldn't be the first time that happened. I don't care what anybody thinks. Yes, Kofi Kingston's WWE title reign has been as stale as the pancakes he throws into the crowd, but that was one of the most creative ways to win a steel cage match I've ever seen. I'm removing 15 sins for Kofi sacrificing his own body and nearly smashing his kneecaps to pieces just to retain his title. Shows a lot of dedication right there.
You're taking on Drew McIntyre and me.
Because let's keep milking this feud as much as possible and ignore everyone else on the roster. Why not? We gotta hear Baron Corbin's long list of accomplishments and Shane McMahon's long-ass introduction on the same night. Lord help us all. Seth Rollins has no patience. I get that he wants to kick Baron Corbin's ass, but come on, at least let him introduce who the referee is first. Is it stupid? Yes. Is it making it obvious that we're bringing in the stupid relationship with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch into play? Absolutely. But I will actually remove a few sins because Baron Corbin made a smart move. Seth's been assaulting male after male, so why not pick a female to be the referee? It's actually brilliant when you think about it.
Seen it in my life.
Haha, Lacey Evans tripped. Who set up the ringside mats? Titus O'Neil? Pre-match assault. Also attacking from behind.
Corbin. There we go.
Lacey Evans obviously sucks as a referee, considering she signaled for the crowd to ring the bell instead of the timekeeper. Wrong way, Lacey.
For the title.
Tell you what, fast counts, unfairness, this match goes on for 18 minutes. Let's just round it off to an even 20 sins and get over the bullshit parts.
How's this a fair referee? Are you insane?
Pretty much this entire match has the commentators arguing about Lacey Evans and ignoring the match itself. I basically covered the entire match just by adding the 20 sins earlier and the 20 extra sins I'm given right now. I'll try to find more if I can, but I think I pretty much covered this horrible main event.
Right up.
Daniel Bryan chants, man, we must be back in 2014 and 2015.
He used to be the acting general manager, and he blames Seth Rollins for no longer having that.
Baron Corbin blames Seth Rollins for no longer having the position of acting general manager of Monday Night Raw, despite the fact that it was Braun Strowman who was responsible for that.
About the opinion of Baron.
That punch was so bad even a child would cringe in embarrassment.
Incoming.
What a devastating knee to the air. Why the fuck hasn't Becky Lynch already arrived on the scene to kick Lacey Evans' ass? Jesus, this is unbearable.
No count out.
Impromptu rule changes.
No DQ.
Shut your mouth! Dairy Queen is the best ice cream there is. It matters more than your whole career.
Yes.
Becky Lynch.
It took Lacey assaulting Seth and his Rollins before Becky finally showed up and actually did something to save us from this pain, when she should have showed up 15 minutes ago.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?